Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Well, my searching all over Auto Trader has paid off again. Maybe the best find that I've ever found because it is ultimately my favorite Tundra of all time. Behind me, you will see a 2016 TRD Pro grill in quicksand. Very tough truck to find. Well, I found one. And not only did I find one, I found a version that down here in the States you just don't see. If we can backtrack to 2016, one of the things we were asking for quite a bit on the TRD Pro Tundra was some more features because it was built off of an SR5 platform. Now in 2019, Toyota took care of that and started to build the TRD Pro Tundra off of a limited platform. So we started to get a lot more features. And in 2020, we got even more with push button start Entune 3.0. But in 2016, it was a fairly basic truck until you find something like this. Now, to the untrained eye, this may look like a regular 2016 Crewmax TRD Pro in quicksand. But this, my friends, is a Canadian version. Recently, I've been finding Canadian trucks that are down here in the States now over and over again. I made a video not long ago. How do I know that this is a Canadian Tundra? Look down there on that front bumper end. You're going to see parking sensors. And as we go through the pictures, you're also going to see a moonroof. In 15 to 17 in the United States, there were no parking sensors, blind spot monitoring, or moonroof available on the TRD Pro, unless it was a Canadian version. So if you're in the market for a Tundra and you want a super rare TRD Pro, this was year number 2, this may be one to check out. And another great thing that changed over from 15 to 16, being this 2016 right here, is beautiful because of the Canadian extras it has on it. It also has the 38-gallon tank, which debuted in 2016. That's something everybody always talks about when it comes to 2016, of course. And also, in 2015, the TRD Pro was fabric seats. But in 2016, you started to get the leather trim TRD Pro seats. And because it's a Canadian truck, they are heated seats. That did not show up on the TRD Pro in the States until 2019. So this thing is built amazing. And the small little features we just talked about, like the heated seats, the moonroof, the blind spot monitoring, and the parking sensors, is what made this truck, in my humble opinion, probably the best Tundra you could get of all time. It gave you the simplicity of a 2016 Tundra. This is before Toyota Safety Sense or anything like that. It gave you the simplicity of that 2016, but it also started to give you a little bit of features. Like you spend this kind of money on a special truck, maybe you want that moonroof, maybe you want that blind spot monitoring and parking sensors. It can't hurt. So I always felt the Canadian version of the 15 to 17 TRD Pro was at least in the top 3 all time with Tundra. But if we talk about the actual truck here, as you will see, quicksand, a great color. For 2025, we're seeing mud bath for the TRD Pro special color, which is a little bit darker version of what we're seeing here. Everybody loved quicksand. Unfortunately, it had its time on the TRD Pro in 2016. And then for the next couple model years, it was on some of your regular trim Tundras. So it's good to see something of the quicksand nature coming back. This still has halogen headlamps, but they have a black surround on them. You're going to see body color and blacked out all over the exterior of this body. Obviously, it's a 5.7 liter 4x4. Got the Toyota Heritage grille up front. This has the Bilstein suspension, which you will now know is the Fox suspension. In 2019, they switched over to Fox. This was a Bilstein suspension with piggyback reservoirs, a 2-inch lift in the front to really level that out. Blacked out badging. You got the TRD dual exhaust. Just an absolute great truck. Those 15 to 17 Pros, unbelievable. And this is my favorite Heritage Toyota grille. The next one to come was 2019, where it had the Toyota Safety Sense feature in it. And then, of course, the new generation. But this, by far, is my favorite grille for sure. In another angle, as you could see, you're not going to find any chrome on the outside of this body. You got those TRD Pro wheels down there, which pretty much are the same as the TRD off-road of that generation, but they don't have the silver plate on the front. And you get the TRD center cap, TRD Pro stamped into the bed. In the back, it's a very basic-looking truck on the outside. But to the people that are in the know, you know how special this truck really is when it comes to Toyota Tundra and the legacy of Toyota Tundra. There's the 4x4 badge in the back, blacked out like the rest of the badges, and the Tundra stamped in the bottom right of the tailgate. You can easily put a black inlay in there, and the same thing with the TRD Pro stamp on the side of the bed if you really want to tie it all together. let's take a look at the inside of this gorgeous truck and you will see what I mean. As we look at the dash, we still have a CD player. Man, I miss CD players so much. I don't know about you guys out there. You got a 7-inch screen. Obviously, you're going to have a key start with this. We didn't see push button start until 2020 on the Toyota Tundra. It has the lower end climate control. It does have heated seats. This was also the first year of the trailer brake control for Tundra. So a really nice, well-built Tundra here. And I think, and I'd like to hear what you guys think, I think this dash layout is not antiquated. I used to hear that all the time before we saw the new generation, that the inside of this truck just looked way too old. It looked like a kind of like a second thought, like they didn't care about it. I think it was a very functional and very useful dash layout. Climate control wasn't an issue. N-Tune wasn't bad. Everything was pretty much basic, but sometimes basic is better, like in this case. And there are those TRD Pro leather trim seats that debuted in the TRD Pro in 2016. And above those seats, you will see the moonroof. So many people always ask Toyota, why didn't you put a moonroof in the TRD Pro in America? It's just a different market up there in Canada. They always get the good stuff, like the blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, and of course, that moonroof. Some people will care, some people will not. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. And then the back seat, it is a Crew Max, so you get a gigantic back seat. Window goes all the way down in the back. So a very basic cabin, but does the job. In this 2016, or I should say 2015 to 17 model years, the TRD Pro also came in double cab. So you had that option. I personally love the look of the double cab. So this one is for sale in the state of Washington. GT Auto is the dealership. $33,988 is what they're asking. And this truck has 124,364 miles on it. It is definitely used, but what is 125,000 miles on a Tundra that's this beautiful? That 5.7 will last forever, as we always say, but an absolutely beautiful truck. I don't know how you guys feel about the quicksand. You know how I feel about the quicksand. Some love it, some dislike it, but I've always looked at those Canadian version TRD Pros as something just a little bit more special, because now a lot of people want to go back to simplicity of how the Pro was in 15 to 17 in the United States. But then we were always looking for a little bit more on the TRD Pro, and we always looked at the Canadian version as that is the perfect TRD Pro with a few features on the inside, but still that classic, reliable, simple platform. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of quicksand? Are you a fan of the 15 to 17 TRD Pro? And do you love the fact that the Canadian version just has a little bit more when it comes to features? Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Be well.